Hello everybody, it's me, the Great Gecko, and I want to give a little bit of a pointer video today on how to get gear like this. As you can see, it's solid, it's perfect, it's beautiful, and I mean, I have some of these, but they're not fully done yet. But it's nice looking gear, isn't it? And there's quite a few ways to get them, I guess, depending on how good you are. But I'm going to show you some of the easiest ways to get them. So, let's get into that right now. So, one of the only ways that you can get solid gear is through this guy, Krusty Sean. And if you press X, little tip, there's a bunch of these things. They're all drinks, and they give you, and they increase your gear XP, and they give you an ability. They increase your chances for that set ability. Now, if you see in the top corner, I'm probably zooming in like this here. There's a symbol. If you connect that symbol with the piece of gear, it just increases the chances by a little bit, but that's not really important. I just found that it's basically up to luck. But you need those tickets, and there's a few ways to get them. The first one is good old Mr. Grizz. If you go in here, you can see I have daily super bonus, food ticket. You have a chance at drink ticket, money, ability chunks, and then you have your current gear, which it'll just cycle through that. But you'll always get them. Now, I'm probably gonna play a little bit today because even though it says food ticket as my super bonus, I still have a small chance of getting a drink ticket, and that can help me out just a little bit. It won't give me like 3 that it normally would, but if you just run a few shifts, you can easily get, if you have drink tickets, you can easily get quite a bit pretty quick. Granted, you only get 2 super bonuses, and then they just cut out. Now, I've already cashed in my bonuses, but if once you get them, because they're like those little capsules, you come over to this area, and then it'll say ask for a bonus. Just do that, press that, and you'll be like, all good to go. You'll collect them, and you'll see what you get. You also do have a small, when I say small, chance of getting nearly perfect gear from Grizz. This was me being really lucky. I just ran a couple of shifts, and I almost got this perfect gear, and I was pretty shocked when that happened. It's only off by a little bit, but I really like it. It works well. But that's basically the most efficient and best way to get drink tickets. Now, another thing I think I should mention is it's only for professionals. You could still get the bonuses, but for professionals, it's so much faster. Because once you reach like level 100 in the professional, you'll start getting like 2 bonuses every match as long as you make it through it. You might even get 1 just if you fail in the 3rd wave. It's really good, and you get a lot of gear. So if you're not professional right now, I'd recommend starting to grind on that just right now. Focus on that, because it'll just benefit you in the long run in the future. It also gives you cash and everything else. So, I mean, why wouldn't you? Alright, now to the next way. Okay, so as you see, there's a bunch of people here. This way is it's basically just pure luck. But I want to see if I can find somebody with solid gear. I'll just cycle through it. If you find somebody with solid gear, or near solid gear, you can order that gear. And you can order it from merch. He'll pick it up. He'll get it for you by the next day after you've ordered it. And it'll come as the exact gear, but it has a chance of coming with some ability pieces. And I've once gotten an almost pure just off by 1, so that was really lucky for me. I can't find anybody, so that's sad. But then you go over to this guy, because if you're new to the game, you can go over to this guy, and I'm pretty sure you need to be a certain level or something. Oh, and you'll scrub your Splatfest tee, blah blah blah. I just have a Splatfest tee. And then you'll go to order status, and if you don't have any orders, it'll just say that. But your orders will show up here, and they're not free. You do have to pay, like, I can't remember what exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's like 20,000 cash, which is pretty good. It's pretty nice. It's not that bad. And then I'll go into more detail with the drink tickets later, but I want to show you how to get them. Okay. There's another way, but it's a little bit iffy. You want to make your way down this sketchy alleyway, and then you'll see, listen closely. If you do not already own the Octo expansion, you are going to need to spend $20 to go into this area. Now, down here, once you've beaten the game, which I have, I'm just so good at this game. We're just gonna go into here. We're just gonna zoom in. I'm gonna try to avoid spoilers for you guys. So, you go down this way, and you'll see this like new vending machine. You need to beat the Octo expansion, which is just it's a little, pardon me, a little bit hard, but you should be fine. And then you need 1,500 CQ points. I'm so glad I didn't have any because I would have spent them, and I would have had to go into debt. But once you do that, you have a chance of getting a collection of drink tickets, just one of all of them. But you can also just get solo ones, and it's not worth it. If I'm gonna be honest, there's really not much to do with that. But it's okay. You don't need to do it like that. The one I'd recommend would be Grizzco, because Grizzco is just a lot more guaranteed if you have drink tickets as your bonus. But it's totally fine. It's up to you. If you want to grind for CQ points, and once you get there, you get these like CQ tokens, if I remember correctly, and they'll just cash as like an instant one. So it's a good, efficient once you get it done. It's really quick in the beginning, but then you have to grind for CQ points in the future. Now, there's a way you can get food tickets if you just want those, and that's by playing the hero mode and finding like secret areas and completing levels. He'll give you a drink ticket for not a drink ticket, a food ticket, and the food ticket gives you money or XP, which is just depends on to you. And there's another clarification: drink menu only increases gear XP and not your XP. See, but you can get one of these like galactic Sandwich, triple fried galactic schwaffle. And they're just insanely good when it comes to wanting to get stuff. Like, I was at 800,000 cash. Hold on. I was at 800,000 cash. And then I went, did a couple of matches, just used up my 20, and I got to like 1 million really quick. It's super efficient as well. Now, let's say you manage to get some drink tickets. What do you do with them? As I said, if you go into any of your gear in just any game, you can see that there's a little bit of like a slot underneath it. I'll probably zoom in on my editing software, but you can see that there's like from 1,900 to 8,000 on this. That's how many XP points you need to get, gear XP points you need to get. And it might be yours as well, I'm not totally sure. But, so you got your drink tickets. Now what do? Regular battle, ranked battle, or league battle? If you don't have as many friends, if you're just starting out, you haven't built up like a good friend community yet, I'd recommend just a regular battle. It'll average around like 1,000 XP points for you, and it'll just bring up your gear a little bit. Ranked battles, on the other hand, though, they give you a lot more XP and gear XP. It's almost like if you have a lower leveled piece of gear, you can instantly get it to like the first one, to the first gear ability just with one winning game. When I say winning, I mean winning. You need to win in order to get XP. If you get a KO, if the enemy team gets a KO bonus on you, you're going to get 0 XP points. 0. You're not going to get anything, and you're just going to have to go back into it. It's also a bit of a risk saying that going into a ranked battle with gear that isn't fully good yet could have negative side effects on you. That being said, though, if you're some sort of god, like that SRB2 dude, go for it. You can probably do it easy mode. But then there's also League Battle. League Battle is basically ranked with your friends. So if you have a friend that could carry you all the way there, and even if you're still pretty good, but you need to have your gear that you're not fully familiar with and it's just not as good as you'd like, then you can just go with them, do a little bit of a grinding. You can either go with a full team or a pair. I usually go with pair with Gecko Minus. He's a good friend of mine, and we do a lot of grinds together. Private battles won't give you anything. You can join a friend's game if you want. It's up to you. And these two down here will give you absolutely nothing. So, let's say you're one of the lucky people and you got your solid gear. Congratulations. But let's say you're one of the unlucky people and you're just not getting anything. Well, I have news for you. There is a way you can get solid gear still. But this one is almost worse than grinding to get CQ points. It's using your ability chunks. So, you probably don't. You can scrub your slots, and once you reach a certain level, can't remember what exactly, maybe 15 to 20. But you can scrub your gear, and you can just scrub it off. Here, I'll just scrub my Splatfest tee. It'll usually be around 20,000. So scrubbing that off will give you ability chunks, and those ability chunks can help you out, and they'll just let you put abilities basically on your gear, but you need to have a certain amount of them. For a full set of solid gear just off of your ability chunks, you need exactly 60, which is an absurd amount when you think about it. Like, I have barely any. I'm probably going to do some major grinding to get some in the during the Splatfest. But you can use your ability chunks and just place them on there. Now, let's say you had a piece of gear like this one, and you wanted it to be solid. I might recommend saying you don't need to do that exactly. Main Saver's a pretty good one, but if you can put something like Ink Resistance, Bomb Defense Up DX, or Quick Super Jump, any of those are really good, because Bomb Defense Up reduces the amount of damage you take from bombs, and just having one piece will like make you take 3 burst bombs instead of 2, which is really good. Ink Resistance reduces the amount of time that the amount of damage that is dealt to you while standing in enemy ink, and it reduces like their damage a little bit. And then Quick Super Jump, just having one just increases your Quick Super Jump speed. Makes sense, right? Yeah, I know, crazy. But you can use that gear, put that on there, and it'll just give you a little bit of a boost if you can't get that solid gear, or you're not even close like I am. I need 30 to get it to solid, and I'm not even close to that. So if you put one of those on, it can just help you out in the future. It'll give you a good boost. And I might even recommend just keeping them on. Having perfect gear isn't always the best idea. It's just a nice flex occasionally, and it looks nice. And, okay, that's basically all of the things you need to know. Now, I'm going to go into a bit of detail on that this is a grind, and it's not going to be easy, and you're going to have to go through so much scrubbing, and there's going to be so much money lost doing this. It's taken me at least millions of dollars in-game to get even close to having solid gear. I, according to Gecko Minus, am extremely lucky when it comes to this. I guess so. Because I get solid gear pretty often. Or close solid. Because just take a look. I got like solid little devil horns. But most of these actually come from ability chunks. And I'm lucky enough sometimes to have enough ability chunks to make a solid piece of gear. But it doesn't always happen for me. Like right here. My black fish fire on bandana. Not even close. I like my painter's mask, and I'm going to keep it like this because of ink resistance, and it's really good for charger. It doesn't matter what the gear looks like. Kyonshi hat. But you can see, like, I just have some gear that's just not as good as it could be. But that's just because I don't have nearly enough pieces of the ability that I need. And I don't want to scrub it because it's nice. But see, like, let's say you got another one with ink resistance, like, as your final ability. So if you got ink resistance, bomb defense up DX, or quick super jump, keep them. They're actually good. They'll help you out a lot as well. So that's basically the entire tutorial on how to get solid gear. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and I'll try to clear things up for you. And that's basically it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.